residential status. Now, friends, residential status we will discuss only for individual. Now, we studied already the definition of the person. The term person includes, we have discussed the person's definition. In that persons includes an individual, a company, HF, partnership firm, body of individual, association of person, local authority, and artificial juridical person. These are the persons we discuss in our last lectures. Now, from these persons, only individual we will discuss in our lecture today. So, residence of an individual. We will discuss the residential status of an individual. We will not discuss residential status of an company, partnership form, and other persons. We will discuss only individual residential status. And in our syllabus also, we have to study only individual residential status. So these things you have to keep in mind. We will study the individual. Individual means human being, male or female, residential status. Now, in order to become a resident in our country during the particular previous year, an individual must satisfy one condition. That conditions we have discussed, but we will discuss same things again. So individual, friends, it may be divided into two categories: resident and non-resident. These things you have to keep in mind. Individual is divided into two categories: resident and non-resident. Now, how individual will be treated as a resident and how we will consider this particular individual is a non-resident, that we are going to discuss. So individual may be resident and non-resident. Now, friends, if you see these particular conditions, these conditions are available. An individual becomes resident in India in any previous year if he satisfies any one of the following two conditions. Any one of the following two conditions. If an individual wants to become a resident in India, he has to satisfy any one of the following two conditions. It means from the two conditions, any one condition satisfies any one condition, he will be treated as resident. And if he doesn't satisfy any one condition, then he will be treated as a non-resident. Now, friends, we are going to study what kind of conditions are there. If he is in India for 182 days or more in previous year, we have discussed the last lecture. What do you mean by previous year? Previous year means the financial year. Previous year means the financial year. It is immediately preceding the assessment year. It may be start from 1st April and end will be 31st March. It may be 12 months or less than 12 months, that we have studied in last lectures. In this particular previous year, if an individual stay in India, he is in India or stay in India 182 days or more, so he will be treated as resident. Now, if he doesn't satisfy first condition, then one more condition is there. If he is in India 60 days or more in previous year, and he has to satisfy further additional condition. stay in India for 365 days or more in 4 years preceding previous year. Previous year previous year preceding is before 4 years. He was in India 365 days or more, then he will be treated as a resident. He can satisfy any one condition, then we will consider as a resident. Otherwise, he will be treated as a non-resident. I hope you understood these residential status basic conditions which are specified under section 6 subsection 1. Now we are move further. There are two exceptions to the second condition. It means what? First condition is applicable, second condition is not applicable. Now, whom to second condition is not applicable? Those persons, what kind of persons second condition is not applicable? Only first condition is applicable. That we are going to learn. Exception, two exceptions are there. An Indian citizen or foreign national of Indian origin who is outside India engage in any occasion comes on visit to India in any previous year. Now, suppose any particular individual is a Indian origin, and he lives in outside country, some another country is living. Last 2, 3, 4 generation, he is living in America. It means that this particular person is a origin from India, but last 2, 3 generation living in America. So such kinds of person comes on visit to India in any previous year. The second condition is not applicable. Only first condition is applicable. That is, if he is in India 182 days or more in previous year. Now this particular person wants to become a resident. That time we will consider only first condition. We will not consider second condition. Now one more exception is there. An Indian citizen who leaves India in any previous year as a member of a crew of Indian ship or for the purpose of employment outside India. Now, friends, many people left India for the purpose of employment to outside. Such individuals, if they come in our country and they wants to become a resident, they must satisfy only first condition. Second condition is not applicable. These things you have to keep in mind about exceptional persons. Exceptional persons belong to Indian origin. The person who's living outside country, who's living the any other countries and comes on visit in our previous year. Or second exception is there, that is a citizen who lives India in previous year. And what is the purpose of the lives India? The purpose is employment. He leaves India for the purpose of employment. That time we will not use second condition. We will use only first condition. The first condition, an individual would be resident only if the first condition is satisfied. These things you have to keep in mind. And first condition is if he is in India 182 days or more in previous year. These things you have to keep in mind. You have any doubt about these conditions, you can ask. See friends, before an half an hour, I already sent one PDF on your WhatsApp group regarding this particular notes of this module 2. You can, after this lecture, you can see that particular module. You can take the printout or photocopy or keep on that particular in your mobile phone or laptop, and you can use this particular PDF for your study purpose. I already last week also I sent one PDF on first module, and today also I sent one PDF on module 2. So this PDF form notes I already sent that you have to study. Okay, I hope you understood these rules. If it is yes, so we will move further. If do you have any problem, you can put in chat box. Any queries there, put in chat box. Now if you have any problem, put in chat box. If you don't have any problem, you can say that, sir, I don't have any problem, move further. I will start the further. Is there any problem to you? Yes, do you have any problem? Okay, now what we have to do, we will start practical part. Okay, I hope you understood these basic conditions and exceptional condition also. If you want to write, you can write the conditions. Yes, many students put on chat in the chat box. I don't have any problem. Okay, though I will start the further. mm, what we have to do. Okay, friends, now we are going to solve some sums. I've seen this Excel sheet. Yes, तुम्हाला Excel sheet दिसते का? Whether it is readable, दिसते, is there? Okay, fine. Now, problem number 1. Mr. Arnold, US citizen. Mr. Arnold, US citizen, came to India for the first time on 15th August 2019. He left India on 26 January 2020. Determine his residential status for the assessment year 2020-21. Now this is a simple sum is there, and that we are going to discuss. The solution, First of all, we have to write the name of the assessee. Assessee's name we have to write. The name is Mr. Arnold. Okay, fine. Now assessment year. Assessment year they are provided in our problem, that is 2020 21. Previous year. Previous year is a financial year. It is a before the assessment year. It is 2019-20. Now Mr. Arnold is a individual, so we will write individual. His legal status is individual. Now first of all, in this particular previous year, how many days he was in India, that we have to find out. So what we have to find out, in our previous year, in this particular previous year 2019-20, how many month, no, how many days he was in India. The computation of number of days Mr. Arnold stay in India during the previous year. Now friends, these are previous year months are there. It start from 1st April and end will be 31st March 2020. In means in India, out means outside India, total means total number of days in a month. Total means total number of days in a month. It means in the month of April, how many days? 30. In the month of May, how many days are there? 31. June, 30. July, 31. August, 31. September 30, October 31, November 30, December 31, January 31, February 29, and March 31. It means total number of days in this particular previous year 366. Okay. Now in means in India and out means outside India. Now if you see the our problem, Arnold, he is a US citizen, came to India for first time when he came on 15th August 2019. 15 August 2019 he came to India. It means in the month of April he was outside India. In the month of May he was outside India. In the month of June also outside India. In the month of July also outside India. Then if you see that he came to India on 15th August, it means in the month of August up to the 14th August he was outside India. In the month of August up to the 14th August he was outside India. It means after that, from this total number of days, 31 minus 14, so how many days he was in India? Can you find out? 31 minus 14, how many days he was in India? Can you find out? It's very simple to calculate. 31 minus 14, it means he was in India 17 days. He was in India 17 days. Then after that, in the month of September, he was in India. In the month of October also, he was in India. In the month of November also, he was in India. In the month of December also, he was in India. Now see that our question sentence He left India on 26th January. He left India on 26th January. It means in the month of January, he was in India only 26 days. He was in India how many days in the month of January? 26th day, because in the 26th day, this particular day, he left India. It means up to the 26th day he was in India. So how many days outside India? 31 minus 26 is equal to how much? 31 minus 26. Find out 5 days. Then after that, they are not provided any kind of information whether he again came to India or not. He left India, only this information is there. If you see the problem, they says that he left India on 26 January to on 20, and then there is no any kind of information. That we have to assume that he left India means he is outside India in the month of February and March. So outside India 29 days, and March also 29 days, 31 days. Now, now you have to find out how many days he is in India. You have to find out how many days he is in India. 17 plus 30 plus 31 plus 30 plus 30 plus 26. How many days are there? Yes, find out. Use your calculator. 164. Am I right? 164. What about the outside India? How many days he was there? He was outside India. How many days? 202. Yes, any doubt here? Yes, in the month of December, 31 days are there. It means he was in India 365. He was in India 365. Right. Okay, fine. Now this is a total number of days Mr. Arnold stay in India. $165. Now, friends, we will find out whether this particular days, we got this 165 days he was in India in the previous year. Now we will discuss the conditions. We will discuss the conditions. Now, according to the Income Tax Act 1961, an individual to be treated as a resident must satisfy any one of the following two conditions. Now, first condition, stay in India at least 182 days or more in previous year in 2019-20. But Mr. Arnold stay in India only 165 days. It means he does not satisfy. He not satisfied this condition. It's not satisfied. So these things you have to keep in mind. Mr. Arnold not satisfied this condition. Condition first. What about condition second? Stay in India at least 60 days in the previous year and at least 365 days in four preceding previous year. Now he satisfied these conditions 60 days in the previous year because he is stay in India 165 days. It means he satisfied this particular 60 days condition. But at least 365 days in four preceding previous year. The previous year before 4 years, he should be in India 365 days. But this particular further condition he doesn't satisfy. Why he doesn't satisfy? Because if you see the sentence what they are provided, he came to India for the first time. He came to India for the first time during the previous year. So he can't satisfy the condition that the preceding previous years, 4 years preceding previous year, he must be 365 days. So this condition also not satisfied. He does not satisfy this second condition also. So these things you have to keep in mind, not satisfied the second condition also. It means what? He does not satisfy both the condition. He, or we can say Mr. Arnold does not satisfy Mr. Arnold does not satisfy both the conditions. So we can say that therefore his residential status for assessment year 2020-21 will be that non-resident. See that how we will write the answer. We will treat it as a non-resident. Okay, whether he has satisfied or not, that we will discuss, and then after that you have to write the answers. He doesn't satisfy both the conditions, therefore we will treat it as a non-resident. So such kinds of answers we are expecting from you whenever you are going to solve any particular problem. Do you have any doubt? See that this particular problem is not available in our notes. You have to write answers also. Is there any doubt? You can ask the question.
काय 70 रुपये
Do you have any doubt? Outside India's how many days is there? You got the days how many? It's a 201. One more thing that I want to share about this, whenever we have to solve any particular problem, and if it is any particular day which is not exact, I got 202 and I got here 164, even we will consider and we will give full marks. 1 or 2 days we will accept it whenever we calculate. 1 or 2 days, if you put wrong, even also we will accept the answers. Okay, but conditions, whatever condition if you are writing, and if you change these days, we will not accept. We will directly put the 0. While calculating the days, 1 or 2 days up and down, we accept it. But whenever you are writing the conditions, that time you should write the exact proper conditions. Then we can give the full marks. Otherwise, it is 0 marks. Okay. Do you have any doubt? Is there any doubt? You can take the screenshot. You can take. See that, friends, writing work is very important. You have to write the answers. Practical answer is very important. It is readable, or can I take